Life is full of challenges, often testing our faith and resilience. The story of Hagar and Ishmael in Genesis 21:11-21 offers insights into how God listens to our deepest cries and provides for us, even in the bleakest of circumstances. In this passage, Abraham faces a heart-wrenching decision. His wife Sarah wants him to send Hagar and their son Ishmael away. Although deeply troubled, Abraham obeys God's command, remembering the divine promise that Ishmael would become the father of a great nation. However, this obedience doesn't shield Hagar and Ishmael from hardship. Cast into the desert, they nearly succumb to thirst and despair. Hagar's plight resonates with many of us. We all experience desert moments in our lives, times of intense struggle where the pain feels insurmountable and hope seems out of reach. In these moments, we often question God's presence and wonder why He allows us to endure such suffering. Yet, the story of Hagar and Ishmael reminds us that God is always listening. As Hagar wept and cried out in her desperation, God heard her. An angel appeared, guiding her to a well of water that saved their lives. This divine intervention was not just about physical survival, but also a profound reassurance of God's unwavering presence and care. This narrative teaches us several vital life lessons. 1. Obedience amidst pain. Abraham's obedience, despite his pain, underscores the importance of trusting in God's greater plan. Even when we don't understand why we're facing difficulties, staying faithful can lead us to divine blessings. 2. God's promises stand firm. God's promise to Abraham about Ishmael was fulfilled, reminding us that divine promises are not contingent on our circumstances. God's word remains true no matter how dire our situation appears. 3. God hears and responds. The cries of Hagar and Ishmael did not fall on deaf ears. God hears our cries too, even when we feel abandoned. Our prayers and pleas are never ignored. God is always with us, ready to provide in our most desperate times. 4. Provision in the desert. Just as God provided a well for Hagar and Ishmael, He provides for us in our deserts. These provisions may not always come as we expect, but they come in ways that sustain us and affirm God's presence. When life's challenges seem overwhelming and despair creeps in, we can find solace in knowing that God is attentive to our cries. Our hardships are not unnoticed, and our pain is not ignored. God's love and care are constant, guiding us through every dry place. In our darkest moments, we must remember Hagar and Ishmael. Their story is a testament to God's unending compassion and His readiness to provide, even when all hope seems lost. By holding on to faith, trusting in God's promises, and believing in His provision, we can navigate our own deserts with the assurance that God hears us and will lead us to a place of relief and blessing. Please like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell.